Hey, how's it going, guys? Garcia here with your daily portfolio update. So in this video, I'll break down the portfolio, show you the moves that I made today, share some of the posts from Twitter, and give the shoutouts at the very end. Okay, so today we closed down to $281,098.73. So smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so yet to get more of these updates. So in the small account, we were down 6.7% today. Rocket Lab looks like they had a pretty big dip today. Year to date, we're up 230%, an all-time as well. Going back to April 12th or April 11th of this year. Let's see, we still have $16 in buying power, or $60. This is the equity we have in the options and the shares. This is today's, today's return. For the total return, there it is, and the total percent change. So here, Rocket Lab is up 86% all time. Enovix had a pretty good day today, up almost 10%. So these call options that I have on Enovix went up by 20% today. So that's good to know. We're up on pretty much all the plays here, including the covered calls on Rocket Lab. Look at that. The pros of selling covered calls and cash geared puts. Now that Rocket Lab took a dip, all these covered calls I have on Rocket Lab should be printing. And as long as Rocket Lab stays below 29, I will, get max profit on those. Okay, and the Roth IRA was down 6.3% today. 230% year to date and all time, going back to December 22nd of last year. And buying power still 104. Here's the equity. Here is the total return and the total percent change. So pretty much up on all the positions on this account, which is good to see. Good to see green. Okay, let's go to the big account. Big account was down 3.2% today, so not as bad as the others. Looks like Palantir was holding this portfolio up a little bit better. In the past 3 months, holy crap, we're up 100% in the past 3 months. Holy shit. So 100% in the past 3 months, 250% year to date, 254% in the past year, and 171% all time, going back to August 2nd of 2021. Buying power, it's at 95,000, and here's the equity on all of the options that we currently have. So today I closed I closed the contracts on SOXL. So I closed it for a profit of around 60%. So you click on here, there it is. So here I received 990, I closed it for 410, and I got to keep $580. So a 60% realized profit in just a couple of days. I mean, I opened it on, I won't check. Anyway, 60% profit there. Marathon, I opened up 10 contracts for Marathon. So I noticed that Marathon was dipping today. Gosh, I hate it when it does this. So here I sold 10 cash geared puts for Marathon, and I received $1,600 in credit for it. And Rocket Lab, I bought 100 shares at $24.70, but I also rolled some options today. So if you notice, with Rocket Lab, we used to have 10 cash geared puts at a $27 strike, expiring next week. The break even on those was around 25 something, I believe. And when I noticed that Rocket Lab was going below that break even, meaning that my cash geared puts were getting tested, I decided to roll down and out. But I didn't just roll down and out. I actually doubled down during the roll. What does that mean? I'll show you here. So you'll notice that there's a realized loss. You take a realized loss whenever you roll. If you're able to get out of that contract in full profit, you'll make your money back as long as you're receiving a credit when you're rolling. So I received a credit of $1,249. So here I closed the 10 cash secured puts at $2.94 each, right? You see that at the bottom. So I opened new of them. I opened up 20. So I opened up twice as many and I received less of a credit. Even though I received only $2.10 each, I opened up twice as many contracts. So you'll see the difference there, right? So you multiply that by 2. So that's $2.10. Multiply that by 2. So that's $4.20 minus $2.94. So that's a $1.25 difference. That's what I got to keep as a credit. So I hope I worded it properly for everyone, but basically just double down. I put more money in collateral. I believe I put like 20 something thousand more in collateral, but I was able to roll down and strike aggressively and I only had to roll out for 1 week. So if I'm able to get out from under this, then that'll be great. And let's go over a scenario where if it gets tested again, let's say if I wanted to roll down to 20, I could triple down on this. Let's go through that scenario where I want to triple down on this. So I'm going to buy these contracts back at 245. I want to sell twice as many and go down as far as possible without having to pay. That means that I would have to receive at least $1.25 on the next contract. Let's just roll out for another month. I would have to receive $1.25 minimum. Look at that. A $20 put will pay $1.35. So if I open up twice as many of the new contract, I'm going to actually receive a credit for every contract. So if I do this, it's going to require $30,000 more in collateral because I'm going to be basically tripling down. Instead of having 20 contracts at a $25 strike, now I'm going to have 40 contracts at a $20 strike. So here I'm able to very aggressively roll down if I have to avoid assignment. And the reason I'm avoiding assignment is because I have all the shares I need. This is just as a hedge from the from the covered calls and just putting the margin at work. But if the share price goes down, I'm just going to be buying more shares and also rolling down and out on these contracts. So the pro and cons, the cons is if the money gets tied up for too long, then I'm not making that much money on my buying power. But that's okay. I'm totally fine with that. My covered calls will be printing. My $30 covered calls are already printing. I'm already up 60% on those. And my $29 covered calls, they're up by 20%. So if you guys have any questions about what I just kind of talked about, just let me know. Let me know down below if I need work on improving my messaging. Anyway, so Enovix, great day today. AMD also is going to be improving. And I don't plan on selling this until we see AMD above 200. Once we see AMD above 200, oh man. And when people kind of technical analysis, they kind of talk about cups and handles and stuff. I mean, I see AMD just, what is that, 33% from there. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see AMD like at 300. Excuse me, at 300 at least. So, all right, let's check out the post from Twitter now. Let's see. So here.
And that's up! You know what's great about hitting rock bottom? There's only one way left to go, and that's up!
Great quote from the movie scene. So here's a throwback to the lowest point of my portfolio this year. So this was before I started making updates on YouTube. I wish I would have been making updates here, so I would have, listened. I would have kind of listened to my own thoughts about this looking back. At the time of this post here, look at how different this is. I had a total of $63,740 in Robinhood. That's less than what I made in the past month. Wow. Just putting it into perspective is wild. So at this point, I was down 20-something% year to date. Palantir was down. Pretty much my whole net worth right there was in Palantir. Look at that, 48,480 out of the 63 was in Palantir. I actually bought more shares there. Look at that, from 33.50 to 35.30. I bought about what, like 150 shares or so, and bought more Marathon. But Marathon I did sell. The conviction just wasn't there. But look at that. I didn't know that was going to be the bottom. I would have continued posting updates had it been going down and down and down and down. Who knows where the bottom would have been? Little did I know that was going to be the lowest point of the year. So here's another day, another dip, and another 100 Rocket Lab shares at $24.70. To the YieldMax ETF bros. Why would a fly land on something like this? Rats should be ashamed for falling in this trap. Bears, this is ridiculous. Share purchase complete. TSLY, MSTY, and CONY. For those who don't know, these are called YieldMax ETFs. They do like synthetic covered. They basically do the covered calls for you. They take a fat fee, and they pay you the difference. What people don't know, people think that this is like easy money. Like, oh, they're doing the covered calls for me. They're doing the strategies for me, and I get a nice dividend. But the decay on the underlying stock, like you buy your share for like, let's say for example, $20 a share, and it gives you like $1 dividend every few months or every month. This is decaying over time. Like even if the stock is going up, going down, trading sideways, this is in a couple of days or a couple of months, it's going to be now from 20 to 19, to 19 to 18, 18 to 17. Even if the stock is going crazy, you're not capturing a lot of the upside there. You're kind of losing if the stock is going up. You're not making as much. And even when it's going down, you capture a lot of that downside. So you're not really protected from the downside. It's just more of a trap in my opinion. This guy, so when I posted this, he says, "I feel sorry for your followers, bro." And Hugo Snowballs. But this guy just hating for no reason, right? But this guy was hating on this. This guy back in July, I bought the Palantir dip. It dipped to $27, and I was like, you know what? Time to buy more. This guy saying, wow, what a great buy, bro, blah, blah, blah. Dude, Palantir now is at $66. This has more than doubled since I bought here. So this guy now talking down on my Rocket Lab buys. Hey, it's giving me a great signal that this is a good thing. So thanks, bro. And, oh, for those who don't know, did you know I have a YouTube video with over 2 million views? Go to my profile and go to popular or most viewed, and it'll be this 30-second clip. I thought it was pretty funny. Maybe you guys might want to check it out. And I got quite a few followers just off of that video, so people are kind of expecting more hip-hop content on my channel, and they're like, bro, what's up with your channel? Wasn't expecting the flex. Oh man. But yeah, it looks like that's gonna be it for today, guys. I thought that was pretty cool. Screenshot top signal. You're only posting because you're up. Well, I've publicly posted my portfolio with full transparency on a daily basis since September 2023, and will continue to do so. And it looks like that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you guys for your time. I appreciate you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below if you guys have any questions. And I will see you guys tomorrow.